So welcome back to Carpentry School. What I'm going to do. Here we go. So 2 thirds. So there we go. 2 thirds. 2 thirds there.
How long does that take to dry, H, that glue?
How long does it take to dry? You get fast setting glue, which is probably half an hour. In a day like this, probably 10 minutes maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes I suppose. Not fully dry. Fully dry wants to be really, I suppose overnight really, to make it cure 100%. Yeah. That's why in the warmer months, you want to act a bit fast because obviously the glue is going off quite quickly, especially in like a warm month, you know, in summer, or a day like today. Or any day like today actually, because it's all warm weather now, isn't it? So, just put this away just in case it's not so on my. So we're going to just push that into there. Okay, so that goes there. And goes into here. At the same time, any woodworking class, yeah, would have had that, would have had this, yeah. Oh. I don't know. So, we're going to wipe the surplus glue, this from the inside, because that's the most important thing, yeah, prior to just rechecking it, especially for squareness. So, squareness again, 265,
Good.
and then opposite side, 265 there. Here we are, 265. So now it's a case of I'm going to drive the dowels through. Now, something that you could do with a dowel is put a saw cut along the length of the dowel, and what that does, if I was to put glue on there, the glue supposedly would run up the groove. Yeah, so we can do this. So I'm put this in the vise. Run a little saw cut. Just a cut down the length of the dowel. So I can do that with a tenon. In this case, I can do it with a dovetail saw. It doesn't have to be too deep. It's just a little groove, just so that, just like that. So you see it like that. Put some glue on the dowel. just have that there ready. I'm just going to prepare the other one. Yeah, tray tip of the day, that one. Oh. Across there like that. Okay. So now to bang those in, I'm going to be using a hammer. Too clumsy. Mallet. Mallet's okay when we're chiseling or mortising, but something like this, you want to use a hammer. Now I'm just going to lightly drive that in there like this, nice and steady. And the same with this one. See how the glue is oozed out of there? Because it's run up that groove and come up through it, and you'll see it on the face. Now I'm just going to leave that. Actually, I have to leave that period. Okay, so that's that side. Okay, so wedges. Now gluing wedges in is important as well. That helps hold the joint together. Now, when you actually glue wedges, the tip of it is fine. Now there's a wrong way and a right way of gluing, putting the wedges in. So you want to keep the right angle. So if you look at this wedge, you've got a right angle here. That's the slope. That's the right. The right angle side, or the flat side, should be against the tenon. Yeah, in this case it will be against the tenon. So in this case, I can see the right hand side. So it is on here like that. Okay, it's on the flat side. So the right angle is to the flat of the tenon. So I'm just going to put some glue on this one. So put that in there, and the same there. So that's in there, and that one, last of all, that one there. So that's sitting there. So, okay, so that's ready. So the order really of driving wedges is you want to drive the outside ones first and then the in ones, but as in kind of in sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like, until you don't get no resistance. When I say resistance, till you get resistance, and then that's when you stop. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So that's it now. There's no right. So that's just obviously slightly moved that, but there's no more now. So that's it. It doesn't need any more. That's held in. So just a little more tap. That's fit. 1, 2, 3, and that's 4. That's it. That's it. Finished. So now, so that's it basically. So I've glued this up. What I'm going to do now is, or later on, is tidy it up, clean it up, finish it, and then this job will be done. Okay, welcome back to Carpentry College. Now, I've just finished off gluing up our mortise and tenon frame. Now, when it's easy, when you can work on this frame, actually you can work in this frame quite immediately, because it's been secured with our draw board down in here. It's wedged on the outside of the frame with our mortises and tenons. So as once it's secured, the wedges and dowels are securely in place. It can be an immediate. Now the next stage will be just to start flushing off the excess and finishing it off. So this is what we're going to do next. Right.
Now,
I'm going to take off the sash clamps are no longer required, and I'll take the frame out of the bench bearers, and then what I'm going to do now is flush off the surplus that is sticking out. So here, flushing off the dowlings, they need to be flushed off with a saw. Now, I'm using in this case my Japanese saw. So, why? Because I think I wanted to show you something more modern or up to date prior to bringing my tenon saw out. So, when we're flushing off, especially dowels, you want to cut or you want to saw along the grain. So this is the grain here. So I'm going to pull back the saw. It works on a pull stroke, the Japanese saw. So I'm pulling it. Right, so that's one. So I'm just going to. That's one there, and then come the other side. So now I'm going to use the bench hook. Place the bench hook in place. I'm going to cut off or cut these flush now. And this is what I'm about to do. So I'm going to put this bench hook in, it's tightened. Using the same Japanese saw, just to flush this off as close as I can to the edge of the frame. So slowly, as you finish the saw cut, just slowly does it, yeah, and then that comes off. I'm going to do the same here. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now, I've cut off this flush, or as flush as as close as I can to the actual framework. What I'm going to do now is just smoothen the end grain of that bridle, smoothing the mortise and tenon nice and level to this, and the same on that one here. And then I'm going to cut the little bit of surplus here that is hanging on with my other special saw I'm going to introduce you to, is my Veritas crosscut saw, which is this one. So I'm going to go across here like that and down. So first of all, we're going to flush these end grains, and then I'm going to cut this off here, not using this one, and the reason is this is not stable enough, right? So I want a straight cut. So that's wobbling. So anything that has a back to it is going to be more of a straighter cut. This is the back. This is not a Japanese. It's a conventional tenon saw, but this is made by a nice company. So that's what I'm going to use here, and it introduces you to two different types of ways that we can kind of cut things off. This one is a straighter cut. This one is quite flexible. The Japanese saws work on the pull stroke. So I could, if I really wanted to, but I wanted to introduce that to you all. Okay, so I'm just gonna flush that off now. Right, so I'm just gonna smoothen off this end grain now with this smoothing plane. Setting on a smoothing plane is as fine as you can get it. So it's just, you're just seeing it through the actual the mouth of the actual plane. So it's just so you're looking down it, and as long as you can see it, the blade I mean, then that's going to be sufficiently enough just to smooth down the end grain. So smoothing down the end grain is going. I'm going across the grain now. At the minute, it's not really taking anything off, so I'm going to adjust it a little bit more. That is best. So. Oh, here we are. Right, so I'm going to go about there. Okay, so the idea is, obviously you're going to grab it, index finger here. Now I'm trying to put my thumb and my index finger underneath. That just keeps the plane steady, and all I'm doing is that. So I'm going this direction, right? This is the best way to plane this direction, like so. Now, it will be detrimental if you was to go this way, yes, going outwardly, because this is at a 45 degrees. If I'm playing this way, what will happen is this will start splitting out here. So this is why we need to go in, like that, okay? So that's what I'm doing, so I'm going in, here we go. What I'm doing is making sure it's flush to the outside of this frame. The end grain I'm talking about. One more, that's it. So that's smooth. So I'm going to do the same on the opposite edge. Put that in there like that.
1 second.
So I've cleaned up that edge now. And what I'm going to do, I'm trying to get as close as I can, probably leave about 1/2 mil away from that line, and then I'm going to plane these ends. That's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to cut those off of there. I could plane it, but it's just too much. I might as well just cut it using my nice Veritas saw. I'm going to come down here and cut that off. So I'm going to put it back in. Right, so now I'm cutting off using my nice Veritas tenon saw. It's very fine. So not totally, because obviously I'll need to plane it. So I'm just up near to the end of the cut. I'm slowing up as I go, using all the saw, slowing it up, nice and slow. Oh, there we go. A little bit of a breakout point, but I probably can get away with that one. Yeah, there's a little bit there. Yeah, so now I'm going to do this one. Okay,